Hey guys, this is just a full disclaimer before I begin today's unboxing video. At the time, the original video for the Metroid Dread unboxing was filmed later last year on the day of release, that of October 5th, I think, if memory serves correctly. At the time, I didn't have a channel sort of up and going, but the video was shared about different platforms and things and stuff. What I also didn't have, but I now have with me as well, which came some months later, are the Amiibos, as we can see there. So hopefully with the power of editing, I'll be able to stitch the introduction or the new introduction to this video and try and add these somewhere in on at the end. It's also a good time for me to do this video as the Metroid Dread 2.10 update, just checking my switch there, which has now introduced the DLC Boss Rush mode. So I'm hoping that this will continue to build up the longevity of the game, and maybe, hopefully, if, well, I was going to say at E3, but E3 is now cancelled. We're still kind of hoping and waiting as well to hear about further news on Metroid Prime 4, if indeed it does actually come out this year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching all the other content and videos that I've been able to post and do so far, even though some of it is quite old. I'm still like just trying out, setting up like YouTube and things and stuff, and just kind of just having a bit of fun with it and just seeing how I go on with things. Anyway, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video. Bye for now. So we will slide open the box, and inside we have there is a steel tin. The Shine Sparkle logo there, and appears to be some sort of Metroid statue. See the enemy or enemies, robots that have gone rogue on the planet ZDR. I won't try not to go into any spoilers and things with people. I'll be bringing up some brief highlights. These holographic art cards it also comes with. So they have the first Metroid there, back on the NES. And of course we had the sequel, which was on the Game Boy, and obviously we had the remake made by Mercury Steam, who did a fantastic job of reimagining and re-envisioning the original Metroid 2. Then of course we have the Titanic Super Metroid, which really set the bar for Metroid games going forward. Then it was 8 years since between these two particular titles, which again carried on the stories from Metroid Fusion, which was this was literally the second to last mainline entry in the series. And then of course we have Metroid Dread. Ooh, try not to damage it. Metroid Dread there as well, with the enemy robots that were sent to investigate the planet, but something went terribly wrong and they lost communication. So it's up to Samus to then track down and investigate exactly what happened. And not all is well on the planet of ZDR. That's the basic premise anyway. So I have watched quite a bit on YouTube last day or so. It's shaping up to be really, it looks really good. It's hard to not spoil anything. It's looking really good though so far, from what I've seen. There we go, some insert box art. That's just another instructions and stuff. Well, not instructions, health and safety information, or whatever it is. And then we have the back. Cool. Now, of course, there is also an art book as well. I'll just straighten that up a little bit, just there we go. Ooh, it's a thick book, so I don't know how much we're going to get through in this one, but we shall see. Put that to the side. So yeah, there we have it, mission logs. I'll try and fit as much of this in as possible. If I can zoom out. Oh, no, that's as far as it'll. Oh, there we go. Not bad. See some of the previous monsters. Artwork is really nice. And maybe some spoilers ahead in places, so I don't think I'm going to show too much of Dread when we come to that. That's a Super Metroid. It's Metroid Fusion. Of course, the X-Parasites. And then we had Zero Mission, which was a remake of the first one. And Samus Returns there. So we have some artwork from Zero Mission there. And then coming into remake of 2. Okay, so we may be going deep into spoiler territory. I'll try and get through this as quick as possible. I don't want to give away too much, but I'll just say different suits, different power upgrades. There's the Emmy. It's pretty cool, man. Sweet. Storyboard animations there. Maybe some potential spoilers. Let's just see when we go on. Cool. Some concept work arts. A lot of this has been shown in the trailers. Doesn't seem too bad. And of course, Kraid is also back after a long absence. Shows her statue. I don't think it's too spoilery, so I think the detail with the 2.5D backgrounds though in this particular entry are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I think there we have it. So, I don't think it's too bad. I've watched a fair few hours of the footage myself. Some very crucial events. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Adam, I think. That's Adam from Metroid Fusion, not Metroid other M, because there were some discrepancies there, which, well, we'd need to have a whole separate video to discuss the differences between the two. It was a really interesting video actually that was brought to my attention not long ago, saying about the differences in the translation between the European version and the Japanese version. And the story of Metroid Other M, it kind of became more clear what they were trying to do, but it was kind of, a lot of it was essentially lost in translation in the West. It was really interesting though, when you look at the deeper context and things behind it, when the Japanese version and things. Yeah, it was on the whole, it was still a convoluted mess, to be honest. I know people say it's not a bad game, but as a Metroid game itself, it did fail. Just wasn't. Yeah, there were a number of things, as I say, I could talk about it at length. But we've come a long way since then, and this is looking to be a very promising conclusion to the much longer waited, because this was actually rumoured back in about 2005, I believe, but it was never essentially got off the drawing board, because apparently the technology at the time wasn't up to the level of what they wanted. I can see why now, because the presentation is just totally fantastic in the cutscenes and things. If you've been watching following that, if you're playing it and watching it now, it's really cinematic, and got some power-ups and things there. But yeah, it's definitely, I think for me, this is definitely one of the contenders for Game of the Year for myself. Yeah, so there we have it. So now, at long last, we finally have the Amiibo unboxing. Should just flip down there. So yeah, in these particular packs, they add an energy tank and a missile tank with Samus and in there. So let's just get. Just have a quick try of the boss rush as well, while I've just been doing some quick editing. And I have to say, it's pretty fun. It feels weird kind of going back to it, sort of after several months. I'm still terrible at it. There's also a Dread Rush mode as well, which is going to be no doubt pretty intense, which you have to unlock after beating Dread mode, which is literally one hit and you're dead, basically. So I think there'll obviously still be some sort of checkpoints and things and stuff, but that's just going to be absolutely brutally difficult. So there we go. Let's just have a look at that. So there we have Samus. Assuming the pose. The suit almost reminds me of the phase-on enhancement device a little bit in Metroid Prime Corruption. Those who have played that will know which know the events that transpired there. I'm still hoping that we will get some sort of Metroid Prime trilogy. A HD remaster would be great for those that may not have played it or experienced it the first time around. So it should be interesting. And there we have the Emmy as well. Wow, that's pretty fierce. Just put them side by side. Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty fierce. Sweet. So yeah, there we have it. I'll add those on later. So yeah, there we have it, guys. The full comprehensive Metroid Dread collection. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I know, again, it's been a bit late getting it out, but between trying to edit and sort of rotate the camera and things and stuff, that's why things have had to been a bit awkward and a bit stitched together. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and hopefully I will see you again in a future video. I still have a few more plans throughout this year for the likes of AI Sonium Files, the Nirvana Initiative, and also a look at the Monster Hunter Rise Amiibos, which should be coming out a little bit later this year, so stay tuned for that in the summer months. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next mission.